The Irving Convention Center hosts a special SWE Fury event. While the adults are slamming bodies in here, on the other side of the wall, kids are gaining a once-in-a-lifetime pro wrestling experience at the SWE Fury Kids Camp.
So they get fired up. They make posters. They learn about all the wrestlers in the federation, which I love, because unlike some federations where they already bring in names, we have the platform with this kids camp to start building our own wrestlers, and we're really looking forward to doing that.
Eventually what I do is I want to take this kids camp and go into a pro wrestling school from a younger age up to about 16. And then, from 16 to 18, we want to try to grow organically to get them ready to be professional wrestlers.
Meet Red Fury.
I'm gonna beat her into next week.
Lacey.
You're gonna go good night.
And JC Jax.
Jackson, I'm fearless and I can take down anyone. And Charlie Haas, you're next.
Bring it, baby, bring it. You got to know, if you have more knowledge than me, then you're going to probably beat me.
These are just 3 of the SWE Fury campers who are fans of the show.
I watch it a lot. I've watched a bunch of wrestling stuff. SWE, Furies 1, WWE. But yeah, I just grew up watching it and I like it.
All these campers are participating in a day of pro wrestling activities.
They're getting their face painted, they're taking promo pictures, they're learning if they want to be a good guy or a bad guy. They're going to learn the basics of professional wrestling and about body language and facials.
A wrestler that instills fear with his facial expressions is the Boogeyman, who enters the camp with real-life worms in his mouth.
I'm the Boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
He chases the children and asks the question,
Are you a good team or bad team? He's a good team.
Lacey Von Erich is the president and owner of SWE Fury, which is a Texas-based pro wrestling television show. She comes from a long line of pro wrestlers, some of whom tragically passed away. She explains her background and family legacy.
So Granddad started WCCW, and he then had a bunch of sons. And 5 of those sons became pro wrestlers. One of them was my dad, Kerry Von Erich, who was the Texas Tornado. One by one, they all started passing away. My dad was the last one that passed. There's a lot going on with those days of wrestling. A lot of deaths. It's still going on. And so I definitely want to change things. This is absolutely a family-friendly, even though it's very Texas in your face kind of wrestling. It's very much like the Sportatorium, what my dad did and everything. But I really want to take care of them. And this is actually my first show that I own. So I'm really excited about it.
Which is why the kids camp means so much to its organizers.
They get to know the wrestlers, they have so much fun, and we create this memory that they can't forget. You going backstage and you coming out and you getting in that ring and with all the lights and all the cameras, how are we going to forget that?
I look back when I was their age, I didn't have access to a ring, and we didn't have access to these type of promotions. For me to teach them, because I had a lot of great teachers. Now what I can do is take what I learned from the greats, the pioneers, and pass it down to the kids.
And every kid finds their own value in the camp.
It's really fun and entertaining. There's a lot of activities and you get to meet cool wrestlers. Because I get to meet my favorite wrestler.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Lacey.
The SWE Fury Kids Camp makes fantasy become a reality, while also honoring Lacey's late father.
That always chokes me up. Almost every show I come out and the kids are going crazy, the kids are in the ring, because he was all about kids. And I always say, my dad is here. Like, my dad would be so proud.
SWE Fury encourages every kid interested in pro wrestling to sign up for their next event. For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.